Hello. On this 111 portal, I would like to bring something to your attention. Something that is considered a big secret. Many of you may or may not already know, but you are your own universe. And I don't mean the cliche positivity poster. You're happy, you're special, you're your own universe. No, not like that. Have you ever asked yourself, what part of the car is the car? Is it the battery? Is it the engine? Where is your car? Is it the doors? Is it the driver? Is it the wheels? The trunk? The exhaust? Is your car the gasoline? So, in order for the car to be an automobile, it has to have every one of those parts work in synchronization with each other. And the same goes for human beings. In order, where is the human being? Are you the brain? Are you the heart? Are you the eyes? Are you the mouth? Are you the voice? Are you the breath? See, once again, all these parts have to come together in order to create a body. Just like the body of a car, you're a body of a human. But what part makes you? What is the human being? You see, for centuries and centuries and centuries, the true teaching of Jesus Christ is the same teaching of Krishna, and it's the exact same teaching as Buddha. It's phrased differently because, if you go back and read Moby Dick, the way they talked 100 years ago was almost astounding. Their dialect had thousands of more words and commonly used words that were extremely descriptive of blocks of groups of meaning of things. Kind of like Sanskrit. If you say one word and it has remember watching those old Kung Fu Saturday shows, or anybody from Generation X anyway, watch those old Kung Fu Saturday shows, and the guy would be like, "I will take my thought." And no disrespect, but you know what I'm talking about. So see, you have blocks of creation built inside of you, but before we get to that, what makes you a human? Is it your ability to create? And what is that? Why do you have the ability to create? How do you manifest? Isn't that something that's only reserved for gods? But didn't Jesus say, we're all gods? Now, I didn't believe he meant that we were all gods. I believed he meant that we are all God's children. But at the same time, I want you to think about this. What part of you is you? Like, which part of me is Steven? Is it the voice, the heart, the eyes, the head? See, what part of you makes you? It's the entire synchronization of all these parts working together that makes you you. You see, so you're a universe. You're not even a human in the way that you think you are. The human being is a light spectrum of 100 and who knows? We see 124 on paper, But there could be millions of spectrums of light that create density. And our entire experience in this world is monitored because you were placed in this body. You didn't grow in your body. Now see, why am I saying all this? What's all this? What's important about this, right? Who gives a shit? What's on Netflix? You see, this body that you have, this universe, if you were to take out an eye, the rest would still work. If you remove the hand, you feel your hand for eternity, even though it's not there. But the rest of your body still works. You see, there's no part of you that can't be replaced. Because your body is a vessel. Just like a car, you have to get in it to drive it. And every day you wake up from the unconscious dream state and you put yourself back in this body. Voluntarily. You see, you may not realize that you wanted to be here. And it's really hard for people to understand that God is responsible for everything. There is no tragedy in the world that wasn't God's plan. It's so hard for people to understand that. They want to blame the president. They want to blame Baghdad. They want to blame this, that, the other. They want to blame all these things except the fact that it's their attention to it that's magnetizingly creating it. You see, that's the co-creation. Here's this big to-do, and as long as you pay attention to it, you're going to magnetize yourself in that direction and experience it. But if you don't pay attention to it, you won't experience it, and you won't create problems for yourself. You know, there is a world where we can look at, it's our choice how we see things. And it seems like that freedom has been taken away from you. But you don't have to look at life in a way that is finalized. No one's running out of time here. This isn't your only life. And in the famous words of Esther Hicks, you're never going to get it done. None of us are ever going to get it finished. So you might as well chill out. You might as well chill out because you know what? You could have millions of dollars. And you could spend your entire life earning this money. And when you die, you go up for review with yourself. From yourself. And you're not going to hold grudges against yourself or other people, but you're going to want to grow from the things you didn't see. So you spent all weekend earning money, but did you see your kid ask you 90 times if you would sit down and watch 30 minutes of TV with them? You know, you spent all week hustling your ass off or whatever, but did you spend any time with your wife, or did you call your mom back? You see, we're creating a manifestation to dig into and forgetting the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is connection. It's not Maya. It's not wealth. It's just connection. Because after life, there's nothing else to do except get back into life. You see, you get a chance to be with the people around you. And you gotta ask yourself, what's more important? So, in this this body that you've created to place yourself in? Do you take it for granted? Are you getting an oil change, making sure your tires have plenty of tread on them? You know, this universe that you are, it's time to realize that you're more than just a God. You see, gods have to live inside of you. Gods have to live inside of you. Hard to swallow, right? When there's so many people in the world that want to defend the Most High. But I wonder if they know if the Most High lives inside of them. And if you take all the equations out of your experience, would you know even the words most or high? So there's a narcissism that people have to demand that things are done a certain way. And that's fine. They can keep it. But just know, we don't believe that's what God believes. And it even says it in their own scripture. When I return, we will say, we do not know you. You know, and what is that about? Well, it's because everyone in the world is understanding the teaching wrong. They're spiritually poor. And the teaching of Jesus Christ is the exact same teaching of Krishna and Buddha, and it's about consciousness having a gross, larger body, and we're all a part of this body. You see, we're all more than just a part of God. We are the universe. Now, strategically, it's said governments and people that know this, etc., don't want you to find this out. Why wouldn't they want you to find it out? Because then you would be in control of your own experiences. You see? What is it about all these religions that are after this soul count, this census count, this petition signing? You know, the most high, the most blue, the most still, the this, that, and the other. That I had a young man I consider a very wonderful person said the smartest thing I've ever heard. That is the counterculture in this. You have people that tell you negatively of God and how they're using their manifestation powers or any type of negation whatsoever. Do you really think they're with God? And see, that's the thing. Church has prepared billions of people to lament. But the true God says, a wise man will never lament over the living or the dead. You see? All these problems you're creating in your life is because you're focused on the problems. And when you start focusing on the good things in life and focusing on the things that are important and not about what people aren't doing, then I think that makes you a part of an unnamed team that is controlled by the big guy. And if you don't know that, well, I'm glad I could be the first one to tell you. Because God's funny. He doesn't care how you reach for him. It could be through tragedy, or it could be through some kind of magical moment, as long as you're reaching for him. This whole mission is about God. And the higher up the ladder you seem to go, the more introvertedly people want to make it about them. You know, all of a sudden they're the truth, the light, the way, blah, 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 blah. I know personally, I think it's a part of the process. I really do. And you have to learn that none of us are more powerful alone than we are together. And when we kick all this division, you'll see it. And that's the biggest thing about religion. Religion divides us. And that's why I don't follow religion. But I think common sense is a superpower. You know? There are people in this world that don't want you to know that you're a universe with a God inside of it. And if you don't realize that, just ask yourself, what part are you? Are you the heart? Are you the eyebrows? Are you the ears? Are you the senses? Where are you in there? You see, you're a universe. You're a universe interacting with a universe interacting with a universe. There's 3 universes at large at all times. They call it quantum science, quantum physics. So, it's proven 70 years ago. But dear God, if you all knew it and there was nothing different about us, then someone would lose out without an ass to kiss. There's always somebody that wants to take the helm. And that's the problem. If we would all just come together peacefully without creating these religious social clubs, and see that we're all God's children. Just leave it there, blank slate. The Most High can come down, and we could all be on the same page. I appreciate your time, and hope you understood what I meant, because the body is the universe with a God inside of it. All your love for God is because God is inside of you, literally. All of the cosmos are. You are a mirror image of the cosmos, but it's so micronically small, you would never believe it. You've been desensitized. Just look up any Greek or Roman technology. They didn't have a conversation about telling you what phase that Neptune's in, or it's just a different approach on life. And until humans find some type of commonality, like mirror reflecting of the star. How do you think you read someone's horoscope? How do you do that? How would you know from the time someone is born till 90 years of them being dead exactly what's going to happen for their day? It's not mumbo jumbo. It's science. It's exact science. We're universes walking. I don't even know if this is flesh. I don't bleed very much, so I might be a robot, but we're universes. This is your universe. You can do what you want. And the entire world that doesn't understand that they're universes too, where they're going to claw at you to get what you have. Because kings and queens cannot purchase what you own. Presidents will not be able to purchase what you own until they realize we all have possession of the same thing. It's beyond God. We're God's universes for him to vesselize. Because it's you. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you have a nice night. Stay safe, stay dry, stay warm. Don't lie, and you'll be just fine. Have a blessed night.